Now, this week, a new frontier was reached in space. I'm not talking about rocket launches or satellites, but wait for it, the first ever barbecue in space. Chinese astronauts at the Tiangong space station are seen here in their new space kitchen, loading their hot air oven, presumably a form of an air fryer, with chicken wings to celebrate the arrival of a new crew. Well, the perfectly grilled wings make a change from the usual dehydrated meals consumed by astronauts. No surprise then that the team said that their meal looked, smelt and tasted really good. While the arrival of the hot oven, or hot air oven I should say, is a major step forward in the basic amenities that astronauts have. Let's give you an idea of how far things have come when it comes to food in space. This is what it looked like 5 years ago. This is NASA's first attempt at baking cookies on board the International Space Station. Well, it took several tries to work out the exact temperature and baking time, but the end product did look good, so good that in fact it now has its own display at the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. However, nobody knows what it tastes like because the astronauts were not allowed to eat anything from that batch. What a waste. Well, let's speak to Ian Fichtenbaum, the co-founder of Zero Gravity Kitchen, a company which creates kitchen appliances for use in long-duration space flights. Well, 5 years ago, they designed that oven, which was used to bake those cookies. Welcome to BBC News. It's a niche industry that you're in, isn't it? Space ovens. It's a niche industry that you're in, isn't it? Space ovens. But clearly there's demand for them as more astronauts go up into space. So let's talk about these Chinese astronauts who grilled that chicken. I know that's not your oven, but how would that have worked? Is it essentially an air fryer that they just took up? Is it essentially an air fryer that they just took up?
Well, it looks like they did. It was sort of an air fryer, which is a bit different than the oven that we sent up. Our oven was sort of, it's conducting heat through the air. Our oven was sort of, it's conducting heat through the air. This one, I think there was a little more convection going on, but the principle was kind of the same. You apply heat in an environment, and you make sure it doesn't fly away while it's doing that. So
how do you make sure it doesn't fly away? Because that's what we were talking, the team and I, thinking, well, why didn't the chicken wings just kind of float in space, literally?
Well, they sort of had a tray that was kind of a cage that had like skewers in there, so they were able to put the chicken on there. They sort of had a tray that was kind of a cage that had like skewers in there, so they were able to put the chicken on there. When we sent up cookies, they were in a pouch, like a silicone pouch in a frame that you slide in. So it was kind of the same way. It's just different ways to like to make sure it's like it's there, just like a tray.